We are continuing to watch the tropics and what used to be Tropical Storm Emily, now just a remnant low, and what's left of her. She is now heading north into the southern Atlantic, and it is possible she could regenerate, but for the most part we think it should stay east, and much of that moisture should stay east of Florida. We are also looking at a big area of rain following along and north of I-70 Topeka into Kansas City. You can see some heavy rain by the yellows and reds already falling from Nebraska into Kansas. And as this storm continues to move east, it should shrink in size, but not before it hits St. Louis. A second area of storms, showers and thunderstorms around Springfield along the I-44 corridor, heading toward Memphis. And by the afternoon hours, we can expect this to head toward Nashville as well. And these storms right around the rim of the heat. And we are talking about unrelenting heat and drought. Another triple-digit day throughout much of Texas and Oklahoma, even making its way over into Arkansas and Louisiana as well. Second round of the Bridgestone Invitational in Akron, Ohio. For all of you golf fans, we can expect a good start to the day, but could see some storms by the afternoon hours. And these storms are going to make their way over to the I-95, Philadelphia, New York, and D.C. as we head throughout the weekend. But today, looking nice, so enjoy it while you can. I'm Valerie Smock. It is a cloudy and cool start to the day in the northeast. Now we are going to be looking at this upper level low in northeastern Pennsylvania that will continue to track eastward today. On the backside of that, good news, not flash flooding type of rain as we had seen for Thursday, but still a good amount of rain passing through central Pennsylvania. Up toward northern New England, toward Providence, Hartford, Boston, could see an isolated pop-up thunderstorm into the afternoon, not looking severe. Back toward the Midwest, finally starting to have some clearing skies and temperatures toward Detroit, Columbus, getting back into the 70s. Soaking rain falling into eastern Montana, providing some flash flood watches in effect. Traveling across Interstate 94, watch for some wet roadways. Also looking Interstate 35 toward Minneapolis, all the way down toward Des Moines and down into Dallas-Fort Worth. We do have some heavy rain coming for those locations. You can see heavy rain, yellows and reds, already passing through central Kansas into Oklahoma, where we had 5.5 inches of rain already into Oklahoma since this rain began last night. Now this line could re-intensify as it tracks eastward, so we'll definitely want to keep an eye on that. But we're also looking at another line that could refire up as we head into the afternoon, and that's into western Kansas and western Texas. And there we could see the threat for hail and also high winds. I'm Valerie Smock. Thunderstorms move in as we end out the work week. Here's a look at your Boston forecast. For AccuWeather.com, I'm Valerie Smock. We're looking at patchy clouds into the overnight hours. It's going to be on the humid side with a low of 67. And then for Friday, out ahead of a cool front, we are looking at some showers and thunderstorms to be firing up. Very hot and humid, though, further to the south. We will have an afternoon thunderstorm heading through Boston. That means some slow travel. You can always find the latest on our travel page at AccuWeather.com. Our high, 83. A bit warmer into Saturday and drier, 87. Partly sunny. Good news is double thumbs up, less humid. As we look at your AccuWeather.com extended forecast, we will stay dry through Sunday. However, we can't rule out a chance for a shower or thunderstorm on Monday. Be sure to log on to AccuWeather.com for all the latest. Here's your DNA Info AccuWeather forecast for New York City. For AccuWeather.com, I'm Valerie Smock. It's going to stay dry as we head into the overnight hours. Leave the umbrella at home if you're heading out for any plans. 69 the overnight low, and into Friday, sunny to partly cloudy. Great way to end out the work week, high of 82. As we look at your AccuWeather.com extended forecast, we can't rule out a shower or thunderstorm Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. However, Tuesday looks to be dry. Temperatures staying in the 80s all week. For your Manhattan weather and local news, head on over to DNAinfo.com. We are still boiling in the south central plains, and no matter what way you look at it, scorching, steamy, sweltering, it's still going to stay hot. There is a frontal boundary draped across the central plains. That's what's firing up these thunderstorms along the I-70 corridor down south toward Dodge City. These are looking to weaken, but should refire as we head into the next couple of hours. But Kansas City, St. Louis, those locations, we are getting to enjoy some significantly cooler temperatures, but this relentless heat is continuing in the south central plains, where we are looking for another triple-digit day into Dallas. That means day 33 in a row of dealing with triple-digit temperatures. As we look at your AccuWeather.com local forecast for tonight, we are going to stay dry and clear into Dallas, Houston, few clouds. New Orleans, another night of some showers and thunderstorms. Same thing into Kansas City, Oklahoma City, and Little Rock, looking to stay pretty quiet. And we will have those thunderstorms thanks to that monsoonal moisture into Denver and Albuquerque. Just a few clouds into El Paso. Here's the latest travel outlook powered by AccuWeather for Windows Phone. It is going to be a quiet night in the northwest, fairly comfortable for the most part. No problems out of SeaTac down the 5 into Portland. Further inland, we are looking for a few more clouds. If you're heading up and down the PCH from San Francisco into Los Angeles, no problems. It's actually going to stay pretty quiet into Albuquerque. We do have those showers and thunderstorms from the monsoonal moisture to contend with, so watch for minor delays. As you're heading up I-25 into the Mile High City, there will be more thunderstorms into the overnight hours. Bismarck looking for some delays even along I-94 down toward Omaha and Kansas City along I-70. There will be delays due to showers and thunderstorms right along a frontal boundary through the Central Plains. And to the South Central Plains, it is still going to be a warm night in Dallas, 87. Looking for showers and thunderstorms along the 10 into Nolens and up toward Nashville. So be prepared for an unsettled evening. You'll want to have the umbrella handy as you're heading off to Miami-Dade. Be also looking for minor delays because of showers and thunderstorms. Great Lakes still looking pretty quiet for the time being. A few more clouds into Buffalo. Into the northeast, the entire 95 from Boston down into Washington, D.C. will be dealing with some wet weather. Your trusted weather source is now available on your Windows Phone. Download AccuWeather for Windows Phone today.
You're probably thinking forecasters sound like a broken record. It's hot and it's going to stay hot, so it's important to stay out of the heat because it's hot. You may laugh, but it's true. The heat has been and is still cranked on high across many locations in the nation. It may be tough to cool down when AccuWeather.com real field temperatures range between 110 and 120 degrees. But imagine if you're a 700-pound polar bear wandering around outside in this heat. Trainers at the Detroit Zoo are helping the animals during these steamy hot days with plenty of cool treats. Popsicles with fish heads and fruit may not sound good to you, but they were perfect for polar bears. Speaking of frozen treats, ice cream shops are big winners when the mercury rises. Some local shops report a double-digit increase in business. And if you aren't at the zoo or the ice cream shop, then you're likely heading to a place with water and lots of it. Local water parks are big hits for a much-needed cool down. So if you're looking for somewhere to go to beat the heat, you likely have to head to the northwest. It may be showery, but at least it's cool. Reporting for AccuWeather.com, I'm Valerie Smock.
Some areas in the South, spanning at least 9 states from Arizona to Florida, have been dealing with exceptional drought so far this year. I'm Valerie Smock, and this is Headline Earth. What if there was a way to help prevent droughts? New research from Carnegie Global Ecology scientists show that reducing the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere would give the Earth a wetter climate in the short term. With that reduction, droughts caused by global warming could be prevented, as shown by recent climate models, according to a science article via Carnegie Institute. The article states that carbon dioxide traps heat in the middle of the atmosphere. This warm air in the atmosphere tends to prevent the rising air motions that create thunderstorms and rainfall. Therefore, an increase in the atmospheric concentration of CO2 tends to suppress precipitation. The opposite is also true. Study results show cutting the CO2 concentrations would mean global precipitation would increase. According to the article, scientists are concerned about unchecked global warming. In layman's terms, their concern is drier areas would get drier and wetter areas would get wetter due to global warming. Researchers said the direct effects of CO2 on precipitation takes place quickly. If CO2 concentrations are cut now, precipitation would increase within a year. However, it would take decades for a climate to cool. I'm Valerie Smock. We'll see you next time.